Shalom to my brothers and sisters who are the bride of the Messiah, and shalom, shalom to the scattered Hebrew Israelites. For you are the bride of YAHUAH, and YAHUAH is the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I know I look rough because this is my hair day, and I just want to show you what the title says, and forgive me. So the title says, I think it says God's image or the creator's image, embracing woolly / kinky hair, embracing woolly / kinky hair. So I have been natural since 2005. It was the creator who is the Most High. He is known as Yahuwah in the Hebrew tongue. He led me to going natural before, we had the natural hair movement to take place. And it resulted from him healing my body, and he showed me how to use his herbs. It started with the foods, and then I learned how we was exposing ourselves to a lot of toxins and chemicals that the heathens was giving unto us. And that what led me to my hair, because when you study the body, the largest organ we have, or system, is the skin, and the skin will absorb anything we put up there. So that what led me to my hair, and begin to think, what I'm putting on my scalp, what I'm putting on my hair, is it healthy? And that what led me to stop using what we call relaxers. I start to embrace the texture that I was born with, okay? And in his word, and there's many scriptures you can read in the Old Testament, New Testament, such as the book of Daniel, I think it's chapter 7, chapter 9, even chapter 10, I believe. Even the book of Revelation talks about the Messiah hair. Also, the Song of Solomon talks about the Messiah's hair. And also, the Messiah mentioned this. This is something that Hebrews, who today we are called by many bywords and proverbs, such as Negroes, niggas, African American. Even when you study history, the natives of this land was of the house of the northern kingdom, the house of Israel. And they too are given certain bywords and proverbs by the Europeans and by other nations. But let me get back to the subject at hand. The Messiah says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 36, that he mentioned the color of the Israelites' hair. They would either have black hair or white hair. And we know white hair today, we call it gray hair, which is the sign of wisdom upon us. Okay, you can also see it being confirmed in the Old Testament when you read Leviticus chapter 13. Okay, so the reason why I'm giving this out today, I want to share with you with my progress with my hair, but also those who have woolly, today they call it kinky curly hair. You should not feel shame of that hair. You should love your hair, because our Father in heaven has that hair. Even the Messiah, who is known as Yahusha in the Hebrew tongue, has that hair. Okay, so you should not be ashamed or should want to desire what your oppressors have, because we have been, put down so much, where they criticize our hair, even down to the styles we have. They don't want us to have locks, It's just, the list can go on and on, okay? But what I'm telling you, when you read his word, and I got to hold this up. Let me see, can I get it for you? When you read his word, oh, that's why it's doing that. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, thank you, Father. Okay. This is, well, I'm looking into a mirror now. When you read his word, which is here, the Holy Bible, known as the King James 1611, you can tell I've been into a lot. When you read his word, my brothers and sisters, it will confirm unto you that my ancestors, who are called Hebrews, Israelites, or Jews, had this type of hair. We are made in the image of the Creator. Okay. Not only do we have features like Him, but we also will walk like Him, talk like Him, and think like Him. And shalom to my brother and sister. Tough guy, shalom. I'm trying to remember your name. I hope I don't mispronounce it. Brother Winabi, okay? And shalom to sister. I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to mispronounce that, but shalom. But you will find in his word that he too had what? White, woolly hair. So we should embrace what we have from the Creator, because we was what made to be in his image, physically and spiritually. Okay. So I've been natural since 2005. And like I said, what led me to that, cancer was coming into my body. If I didn't take care of it in the way the Creator want me to take care of it, it was on its way. So that what led me to going back to my natural texture, and I love it. He also led me to going back to school because I had so many people asking me what do I do for my hair. So I want to have some certification behind my name, you know. But we all know knowledge and understanding come from him. Okay. So he gave me knowledge and understanding about how to use his herbs. So I can help a poor man. Okay. I can help a poor man how to take care of their hair without having to spend a whole lot of money. He also gave me knowledge and understanding about certain products out here, because you have to be on your P's and Q's, because just because it says natural, you have to do your homework. So there's 3 product lines that I like that's close to being 100% natural or to 95% natural. That would be safe. One of the lines is Ecc A. Okay. Oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you. And shalom to the YAHUAH I. Shalom to you. So yeah, Ecc A Naturals is another one. You can find her line in, I know in my state, which is North Carolina, in Beauty, you can find her line, and you can find some of her line in Walmart and Target now. The next line is RB Organics. They make the best conditioners for dry hair. I love it. You can find most of their line in the Whole Foods. I have not, and maybe some of your vitamin stores, you may find it. And the third line, which is pretty much accessible that people can get on hand now, is the Shea Moisture line that you see me holding in this mirror right here. Okay, that's one. They do have a gel, but remember, because these are natural products, they're not going to work entirely like what we are used to, with the unhealthy stuff. So you have to learn how these products works. Okay. And another one I like that they have is this one. This is like a backup for me when I'm not able, to make my stuff, or, you know how it is. We all have a busy schedule and everything. Okay. So those are the 3 lines that I like so far. But again, my brothers and sisters, you have to do your homework. However, nothing can take place of the herbs that he showed me how to use, such as, let's see, can I show this up? The flax seeds. Flax seeds have great benefits for our body internally as well as externally. And I use the flax seeds not only for a conditioner for my hair, but it's also great to use as a cleanser when I combine it with other herbs, such as this comes from India. Okay. India. Let me see, can I take it out the bag? Here, just bear with me. So you can see that. Again, these are all herbs, okay, come from the earth, okay? That's what our Father wants us to get back to using, because in the wilderness, you're going to have to think, how did our ancestors do these things, not only in the wilderness, but when things, when we didn't have technology and electricity and all that kind of stuff. So I'm always thinking about what would I do if I'm in the wilderness and don't have access to electricity and to all these products and to like machines such as blenders and all that. How would I, make my stuff, So I'm always thinking, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. This is Capitone. That's one of the herbs that you can find in this shop. It's very affordable. Let me see, can I turn this around so you can see it better? I pay about $2.49 for that. When I got that from the store, and it lasts me a long time because now I don't use it in the way they instruct on the box because we have kinky curly hair, okay? So I use it as a form of a tea, just to give you a hint. And you use it in the form of a tea, you can use it in many ways to apply to your scalp, to your hair. Again, like I said, I use it in combination with the flax seeds or with other food grade ingredients to help thicken the mixture so it can stay on my scalp and hair. Okay, these are some of the things that the Father showed me to do, and how to apply these things to my scalp and hair. I'm gonna try to turn around where you can see the back. Okay, so bear with me. And I'm gonna have to turn the camera around. I don't think it'll work like that. Let me see. If I turn the camera around, what do it do? Nah, I just show the front. Okay, so I'm not able to show the back. So let me turn back around. And everything. Now, as far as the length of my hair, let me get a little closer. I would say it's about mid-back length. What happened, it would have been longer than that. It probably been way down my back by now. But what happened was, because I was still learning about my natural hair, trying to figure out what to do, I ended up cutting a lot of it off. And let me back up one more step. When I went natural, I cut all my relaxed hair off. And a little history about my hair. When I was a young girl, I had always had long, thick hair. Okay, so that is FYI, so you can get a little understanding about how my hair was before I went to relaxers. So I had thick, long hair, and I'm gonna tell you from my own personal experience. When I use relaxer, because that's something that was incorporated in our culture, in our nation, because the history. I have seen an effect that the lecture had did on my hair. It is long, but it's not as thick as it was when I was a young woman, a young girl, when before relaxers came in. I think one of my first relaxer was applied to my head was when I was at the age of 11. Now, I do not blame your parents, because they was doing what the best they know how. You got to understand the history and what was going on, and how we are, as the words say, that we would want to, what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm trying to think, y'all. It say we would envy our oppressors. Okay, so we can't blame what happened in the past. We got to understand why these things happen, and when you read the word, you find out because we broke the covenant with our Father. And because we broke the covenant and we want to be like the heathens, guess what? He turned us over into the hands of the heathens. But now our Father is bringing us back to his truth, his understanding, and giving us knowledge who we are. Okay, for we are his people. We are the children of Israel. We are throughout the four corners of the earth. And even the northern tribe is over here in Osiris. Okay, that's what they called it. But by the Europeans, they call this land over here the Americas. And the Americas consist of Canada, Alaska, North America, South America, you got Mexico, and the surrounding islands, okay? But my people call this land over here Osiris, okay? Which means, if I had this correctly, but if I don't, forgive me, but Osiris means another land. So as you can see, we are throughout the four corners of the earth. We are constantly being oppressed and vexed and put down and made fun of and mocked of. And, you can see that because our people, my people, they are constantly trying to fit in with them or assimilate with them. And it is sad. But when you understand the history, then you know why. But now, Yahuwah, I thank you for Now bring us in the season to awaken and to embrace who we are, because he made us in his image. Therefore, what? We will have features like him. We will walk like him, talk like him, think like him, carry out his judgments, his morals, his standard, his integrity. Do you understand what Torah was teaching you? It would teach you how to love him. It would teach you the love of Yah and how to show that love to your fellow brother and sister who is your neighbor as well. Okay? And when we understand what the word was teaching us from the beginning even to the end, you begin to embrace the image that the Creator gave unto you. For he made us special, and he did. And now I understand why. So anyway, I don't want to keep talking, but just want to show you the progress of my hair. And far as hair growth, I know people are going to ask about this. It all depends on your genetics, but some things to help with hair. Number one, you got to look at products. And it starts with the scalp. Everybody focus on the hair and forget about the scalp. The foundation is your scalp. So you got to look at going back to the basics, keeping things simple, even your hairstyles, keeping your hairstyle simple, because certain hairstyle can cause your hair to break off. And for me, I'm not for like wigs or extensions, because when you learn about the effect they have on your scalp and hair, and also spiritually, because some of this human hair that my people are wearing, they don't even know that that hair is an offering to other gods. Yeah. For example, in India, when they cut off their hair, they will offer unto their gods. So you putting hair on your hair that will offer to another god. And it's in the commandments that what we should have no other god before us. We should have no idols among us. So that is a no-no. You don't want to put that on your crown. Okay. No, I just want to use that for FYI. But some natural coverings you can use that would be healthier, and you can choose the material where it be breathable, or scarves. And I've seen a lot of sisters on YouTube who hook them up, make them look beautiful and everything, especially when you're having a bad hair day. Okay, so those are the other alternative you can use in place of the wigs and the extensions. For me, I love my box two strand twist, and I don't add any extensions to my hair. That's perfect. It keeps me I don't have to do my hair all the time. Now, as far as my hair routine, I believe in washing my scalp and hair every week, but I know how life is. So so you don't want to go no more than 2 weeks. Remember, your scalp is skin. It sheds dead skin cells every day. So you got to remove that, especially you're trying to promote hair growth. Okay. You got to think about your foundation. Also, massaging. You can use like coconut oil or olive oil, any oil that you love. And I love going down to my bacon oil in any store, and there's tons of herbs. Even basil is good for the hair. But anyway, before I get off track, there's tons of oils, natural oils that have not been processed to the point where they have no nutrients, that are good for the scalp and hair. For olive oil, you want to look for cold press and virgin olive oil. Okay, you don't want refined, you want unrefined. Same thing with the coconut oil. You want cold press, virgin, unrefined. And what that basically means, when you look these things up, is that the nutrients in them have not been removed. You're getting the utmost, you're getting the purest form of that herb. Okay, so that's why you want to look at how they process these herbs. That's why I love my dry herbs, because especially like this is not but a powder here. I love this stuff because I can take it where I can go and use it when I'm ready. I don't have to worry about it spoiling. Okay, so there are some pros. There are some pros with using YAHUAH herbs. Okay, and where you don't have to be so dependent on products. And these herbs are so affordable, and they go a long way. Okay. And then also, I forgot to mention, I also make up a lavender water spray, to moisturize my hair, because that's another thing. Oils do not moisturize hair. Oils condition the hair, give lubrication, sealing the moisture. What moisturizes the hair is water, okay? So that's another thing you need to keep in mind. That's why it's so good to do your cleansing of your scalp and hair every week, no more than, if you can't do it every week, then no more than 2 weeks. That's where the moisture come from. Also, drinking water too, because every day our body is losing water through our skin, due to heat, due to the sun, So taking care of the body on the inside as well, taking care of the body on the outside. When you do that, you will see the result. It's just like taking care of a tree, feeding it, giving it what it needs, pruning it, all that other stuff. And you will see how the tree will flourish. Okay. I think I done talked enough. Okay. I'm trying to think of anything. Oh, yeah. And I don't like using, and I don't straighten my hair. And the reason is heat will change the texture. I don't know if I use the right word. In other words, if you use high heat, it can permanently cause your hair to remain straight. Okay. So this is why I don't straighten my hair. I want to embrace the texture that my Father has given unto me. So I'm very careful how I use heat. I either use a low setting to cool setting on my hair. Okay. Before I straighten it out, nah. I love just the way it is. And that's all I need to say right now. I don't want to keep talking on and on. But anyway, just want to show you the progress. Okay. As you see, I have a lot of hair, and I'm so thankful that the Most High put a sister in my life to help me with my hair, because it is becoming very long now, and I do need some help. So I do have help now. All praises, yes. And for those who have questions, you can email me at followingthemessiah378@gmail.com. I am a licensed natural hair care specialist, okay? But my focus is on hair care, teaching you how to keep it healthy, okay? Also, the most important thing that I want you to do, my brothers and sisters, not only share this information with our brothers and sisters about our hair and how it is listed in the Bible, but I want you to make sure that we preach that the gospel, that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, because we know this is the season for the Messiah to return. We can see the signs in the heaven and in the earth. So please check the video description box for YAHUAH prophetic message, because he gives instructions to you, Israelites. He also let us know who are the Israelites and Gentiles, and those prophetic messages can be printed out to share, okay, with all. And make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10, and baptize them in the name of Yahusha HaMashyach, for the Lamb set the example of the water baptism and the Holy Spirit baptism. And the apostles continued them both, because the Lamb is bringing us back to the status that we lost. And what was that status? We're going back to the status of Adam. And who is Adam? In the book of Luke, it says who he is. And we shall become that status. And through that status, we shall attain a crown of glory that should never fade away. A mystery that many do not understand. But if you go back to the beginning, you will understand the end and what is yet to come. Shalom. Peace. And do you know who that peace is? Read Matthew chapter 28, verse 20, and the Hebrew letters are listed in Psalms chapter 119. And I bid a peace unto you, as written in Matthew chapter 10, verse 11 to 12.